The risk of stagflation should not be considered low. If we look at what is happening in economies like Mexico, like India, stagflation is a real concern. We see rising prices while at the same time we see lowering growth estimates. And this problem is very acute when what we see is fundamentally a rise in non-replicable good prices. So food prices, etc. It is true that commodity prices are coming down because of the coronavirus risk, but it is also true that at the same time, the discontent with rising cost of living is happening more and more in countries in which monetary policy is completely detached from the reality of real inflation. What is the problem? The problem is that in an environment in which stagflation risk is rising, central banks continue to pump liquidity and continue to lower interest rates in order to disguise the risk. That, in turn, generates further inflation in non-replicable goods and in asset prices, while the growth of economic development and while industrial activity comes down. We need to pay a lot of attention to this because the number of countries at risk of stagflation or in stagflation is rising significantly. And this is something that central banks are not going to be addressing, and certainly something that reduces quite significantly consumption decisions, investment decisions, hiring decisions, and obviously global growth. So let's pay attention to it because it is not small.